Yeah, yeah, lifeless dead. That goes out to Scott of No Solution. You know what he said? He said, Mad season are boring. Well, I say, pish posh to that, sir. Pish posh to that. Mad season rule. I like it so much. I got two CDs and a vinyl back there. Scott's a cool guy. Check out his channel, No Solution. I love his opinionated take on things. Uh, but this is a banger, man. 1995. If the first song you've heard out of this was I Don't Know Anything, none of the rest of the album sounds quite like that song. You know what I mean? So you might have been lured in. But the album is a grower, man. It's a grower. Did you allow time to plant the seed and grow? Ah, we're talking about a guy who's got Nunslaughter box sets. You know what I mean? He doesn't have patience to build things up like this. I'm kidding, Scott. I'm kidding. You're a Marillion fan. That takes a lot of patience to get into for a lot of things, you know. So yeah. So what are we doing? I'm doing the Tickle the Algorithm. So I wanted to pay compliments to somebody as the first of this little series. So what the hell is Tickle the Algorithm? Exactly what it sounds like. So it's to appease the YouTube gods, basically. I don't pump out videos like some of you guys, man. You guys don't put out like fucking 5 videos like a week or whatever. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not that dude. You know what I mean? So I I gotta be in the mood to do this stuff. I don't feel like I'm pressured to do a schedule. And like no joke, man. Like I think like maybe like 90% of the stuff that I get, I never ends up being shown on camera. It's like I don't feel like that. It's not because to shun you subscribers or the Dreadful Minutes fans. It's just I have other things going on in life too. I'm not saying those of you guys who are able to pump out 5 videos a week, are have nothing else going on in life. It's just some of us are better at managing our time than others. So if you needed an explanation or justification of some sort, I guess this would be it. I don't know. But anyway, so Tickle the Algorithm is basically just things on a whim, I guess, in a way. I guess most videos are basically that way anyway, but I thought I at least attach a title to it. So I'm going to do a bit of a VCLT I got from somebody from Alaska. So, but before I jump into that, I kind of wanted to, oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So these Tickle the Algorithms are not also meant to be really long videos. If I'm doing an actual themed video, I'm not going to call it that. It'll be called whatever the theme of the, episode, whatever it is. These Tickle the Algorithms are not going to have these, what you call it, big animated intros and all the fancy stuff that I normally do, and all the crazy editing, you know. So just to kind of give you that distinction, if you will. So yeah, another reason why I don't do many videos is I'm a lousy speaker, man. So yeah, you don't know how many takes it takes for me to do takes. See, there you go, point proven. So I reached 666 subscribers. I think I'm a little over that now, but this is the week where it happened. So that was like a goal of mine. Like if I can get this fucking 666 shadow, that'd be so awesome. And I wanted to do a screenshot of my car at the time. I bought my car brand new. And when I reached 666 miles in that car, that's how new that car was. I had like 17 miles when I drove off the deer a lot. And when I got to 666 subscribers, I took a photo of the odometer, and god damn it, I cannot find that photo for the life of me. So the evidence I'm not able to locate to be able to show for this momentous occasion, which really sucks, and I'm real bummed out about it. So I said, instead of showing you a screenshot of my 666 odometer, if I do find it eventually, I will post it in some future video. But I got a little story because it kind of brought me back. So we're talking about at the in the YouTube sphere as far as albums that we're anticipating for 2023, and one that I would love to see is another Alice in Chains album. Kind of how would they come about it? So I went back and listened to some of the old albums, which is Jar of Flies celebrated its 30th year anniversary. But then there's an album that I consider new. It's actually not that new anymore. Fucking Devil Put the Dinosaurs Here, and this came out in 2013. This shit's already over 10 years old. Already. Where does the time go? So, what's my story? So way back in the day, I must have been, I don't know, see, I'm a little foggy in my memory. I think I was in the third grade when, man. So it was, when you're really early in school and you're just learning about dinosaurs, such a cool time because you can learn all about the other boring shit. But dinosaurs are always cool, I mean, no matter what. Right, Alan, if you're watching this video? So, Professor Steele. So, dinosaurs are cool, man. So, as we were learning about dinosaurs, I remember I had my teacher at the time. I think her name was Miss Russ, but I recall the crucifix. She would wear this crucifix all the time, and I'm from a Catholic household. That's how I was raised. So it was. I thought none of the latter, nothing. There was no big deal. So I remember I was role playing with one of my classmates. He was T-Rex. I'm T-Rex, right? And I'm Triceratops. So Triceratops was like my favorite dinosaur. Particularly because of the horns. So it was like this. And I remember in class I would do this. So he was like going T-Rex, right? With like the short arms. He's like kind of doing this, and then I'm doing this, right? And I remember we were like, I guess we were being really loud, like kids, So Miss Russ goes, Ricky. She didn't call me Rex. She called me Ricky. Ricky, stop it. Like, kind of I guess, again, we were being loud. But one thing that I thought was peculiar was she called me out directly. Not us, but me. He was being loud too, that asshole, right? But she was calling me. Like, what the fuck, right? So, like we kids, it takes like 7 times for us to hear something once. If you ever been a parent, you know what that's like. So we kept going at it. That shit was so fun. He's like, T-Rex, And I remember at one point, I was doing this, it was like, Triceratops, and I'm going to kill you. And I'll never forget, I felt this sort of towering dark presence behind me, and you do that, when you do that slow turnaround, and your friend's just looking at something else, and I'm like, she's right behind me, isn't she? I turn around, this fucking Miss Russ, she's like, I told you to cut it out, or stop it, or something along those lines, and I'm like, yes ma'am, right? So like us compliant kids, right? And then man, so a lot of things go over your head when you're a kid, and I recall years later, just thinking about that incident, because you might have these sort of flash thoughts, about your childhood. And I remember going, man, this lady was not looking at a Triceratops. That's not what she was seeing, man. And I recall like the crucifix. She was the devout, Christian, and she was fucking seeing the mark of Satan. I was doing the mark of the devil. You know what I mean? And that's what was offending her. And that's why she was calling me out directly and not us. But you don't pick up on shit like that when you're that age. Crazy as that sounds, it's just like, so that is my story. So every time I see this cover, I get flashbacks, man. I get that post-traumatic fucking, just that time in your life. So all right, let's get to the regularly scheduled program. And so what do we got here? So I got a box from Alaskan Berg Wanderer. And for a lot of you guys, if you've seen our streams or whatever, just hanging out, this dude named Tyler, Tyler Platt, and he's based out of Alaska, Anchorage. I believe he's directly from Anchorage. Is that right, Tyler? So such an awesome guy, man. He really is. It's like, guys, definitely easy to get along with. Knows his shit. Loves his black metal, man. He's into quite a number of things too. You know what I mean? But I think his bread and butter does lie in black metal. So, anywho, he sent me a package, and I'm very grateful for this. So it's right here. So this thing was taped. It was taped to hell, man. And I was like, how the hell am I going to open this? It would take too long on camera. So I went ahead and did a pre-cut, I guess you could say. And shit. So Tyler has a channel, Alaskan Berg Wanderer. So definitely check out his link. He has a unique take on his YouTube channel. He does quite a bit of hiking and traveling. Why wouldn't you? When you're all the way out there, And the cold doesn't scare him. It shouldn't if you're living now all the way out there. So you know, and what better place, than play some fucking cold, dark, black metal. It's just like I know when winter strikes here, it definitely gets in those moods. I think over there triple fold probably. So anyway, so Tyler uh, was gonna send me a CD. I remember asking him about his band Rubizol, and I said I definitely wanted to get a copy of it. But I couldn't find it anywhere. It's like sold out, and or at least for a physical CD. And yeah, so he reached out to me and he said, asked for my address and whatever, So I kind of had a feeling that would, he had some copies laying around. So when I got this box, it took a while too, man. So being based in Alaska, they kind of treated it like international shipping because it took a damn while to arrive. So Tyler was asking me, if it arrived, and here's the tracking number, yada yada. So yeah, so here we are. Box arrived, bam, and I'm looking at this box going, that's not a CD. There's probably a few things in here, probably more CDs if anything. So I have no idea what's in here, and let's see what we put in here. Maybe there's some tapes. I doubt there's tapes though. Tyler does not strike me as a tape guy. I'm sure he has some tapes, but maybe he's looking to get rid of tapes and he put some tapes in here. I don't know. Let's find out. So yeah, so here's the shit. Very cool. Thank you so much, Tyler. Finally doing this unboxing to show the world what you threw in here. If anything, he's into a lot of the obscure stuff, so I probably don't know what anything that's in here. So yeah, let's see what's in this bad boy. And yeah, so while I'm doing this, just talk a little bit about Tyler. I know he's a drummer. You ever see him live on his streams? You can see his actual drum kit behind him. You know what I mean? But one thing that I don't see, which is a valuable prop, is the beer fridge that's also next to him. He's the only YouTuber I know keeps like a beer fridge like a foot away from him, like right there within grasp. Ain't like us suckers, who have to stop in the middle of a stream and fucking go to another room to grab our beverages. You know what I mean? Our proper alcoholic beverages, if you will. So yeah, so it's inside this shrink wrap, which should be very familiar to you guys if you ever had to mail anything. Yeah, I think I was right. It's mostly CDs here. Man, shit, man. So right away, I just want to thank you, Tyler, for doing this. You didn't have to do that, man. I would have been fine with the Rubizol CD, and I would have gladly paid for it. I know that's a valuable item. It's a little hard to find, but fuck, man, your generosity. It's just a show of his character, just the kind of guy that he is. So, like I said, his unique take on his YouTube channel. He shows some hiking and things, mixes it with black metal. Reminds me of Jimmy from Future Ruins. His channel too. He does a little bit of that traveling and outdoorsy kind of stuff with his channel. These guys don't put out videos that often. They don't pump out stuff. Kind of like how I was complaining about it in the beginning, with my take. These guys, I don't know. I guess it's not that easy to do these kind of things. You got to set up the camera properly and just really get everything kind of just right to do that kind of content. So there's 4 CDs here, and so okay, let's start with the first one. And this one here is it's all new too, man. Man, this shit's still the shrink too, man. You did not touch these. I've never seen this before. And okay, so let me put this down. And this is a Loath Finder Drudge Aspects of Oblation. Wait, so what's... Oh, okay. I think it's called Aspects of Oblation. And Loath Finder Drudge. Is this a split? I think it's a split. This has got a cool, like, yeah, it's two different logos. Okay, so it's definitely a split. Yeah, I see there's separate track listings. Oh, that's cool. This definitely looks black metal. I would say it is. I don't know if it's Drudge and Loath Finder. I've never heard of those bands. Definitely not familiar. But I like what I'm seeing. You know what else I like? Is I see the Gods of War logo in the back. Gods of War, a lot of you guys know if you've been buying, if you're into a lot of this stuff. So that's a label out of Poland, and very familiar. And they do put out some good. Some bands are on Gods of War, like Hell's Coronation. They're like very early Samael worship kind of stuff. So definitely check out Hell's Coronation. Pig's Blood is another band. Another band called Rotting Kingdom, They're based out of Kentucky, and they've kind of played like a death doom. If you're into rune magic, they're kind of playing that vein. Really, really good stuff. So good label. So this is very telling of the. Probably gonna get some quality shit here. So first CD here. Thank you so much, Tyler. Uh, Next one is the one we were talking about. This is his band. Wow, found it in my hands, man. This is so awesome. So this is Rubizol. That's his band. Tyler plays the drums on this, and I love that sort of. It has a kind of a Nordic pagany vibe kind of going on to this, which pretty much is a reflection of the sound. I've not listened to this album a whole lot, but I have really enjoyed what I've listened. I listened to this. So basically, I listened to this on YouTube. I think a little bit of Bandcamp too. So this is called Remnants of Grief and Glory. So this is their, I think their only full length. Came out in 2 3 years ago, 2022, 2021. A little while ago, but not too long ago. Good stuff. So yeah, they're based out of Alaska, and this kind of it does have the pagany element, but it kind of has quite a bit of atmosphere and a lot of passionate playing. Really good production, I recall on this. It's kind of like I said, it's very much a passion project. It reminds me of bands. It does have a hate forest vibe to it. The vocals are very deep, not typical of what you expect from your run-of-the-mill kind of black metal. It's not very, it's not shrieky or anything like that. It's definitely menacing. It's heavy, and Tyler is just fucking killing those drums, man. So good work, man. This is Tyler's been in a few bands, so he's no, he's no rookie when this comes to this kind of stuff. But what I hear from this is a band who's really into their influences. You know how like you can get into a lot of these old bands, even though they're younger, they're not as technically skilled, but the heart's there. The passion's there. Their influences is what keeps you drawn. And I hear a lot of this in this project. This is not an album where these guys got together and one whim say, "Hey, we're a bunch of skilled musicians. Let's make a cool album." I think that this was something that's very conscious, took a lot of forethought, and I think it's a masterpiece for what it is. And for a debut, it's fucking killer, man. Like I just saw this is independently released, right? I'm not quite sure. No, it says Deviant Records. Yeah, man, you got to get more copies of this out. So hopefully channels like mine and people who talk about it are able to give it a little better exposure because it deserves it. This is some good stuff. It's definitely got a lot of the vibes of So I just got a copy of I've ordered Alternus Dark Sorcery. It just got reissued. It's an EP that came out back in '95, and the vibe of that band, and the atmosphere that they do is kind of dark and brooding. I kind of feel a little bit of this in there too, because I just coming off from listening to that, and then thinking of a band like this that's putting out things with that kind of influence. I don't know if they're really huge on Eternus, but I do get those vibes. So really good stuff, man. So thank you so much. This was the gold that I was really looking for. So the one that I knew. Okay, so what else we got here? So this is the third one. Okay, so we got. Oh, I know this band. This is Trest with Ordelium. Zamber Ardent. Okay, I'm not gonna waste you guys time trying to pronounce this and struggling. But look at this thing. Not very much going on in the cover, right? Trest, Trest, are actually a band out of Germany. So this is a band I just recently got into. So Darren Zach Black Mass, which is a label, had just had a sale, and my buddy Jake, Upside Down Church, said, "Dude, the sale's going on, and that Trest is fucking awesome." So yeah, lo and behold, they had a copy of the latest Trest album, which just came out last year, called Sorgnagak, something like that. Is the name of the album, and it's very bare, kind of like this, which is not very telling of what it sounds like. But this thing also has the influences in here is very much like Rubizol in a lot of ways. It kind of reminds me of course, from the other side of the world. Although they're from Germany, they don't have a very German sound. They have a very Ukrainian, Eastern European kind of vibe going on. If you're into bands like Nocturnal Mortem or Ig or even Druk, Hate Forest. It has that all that stuff going on. So if you like those bands, definitely check this out. So but the riffing and everything in here is just so memorable. So I didn't know about this one. Like I said, I just got into the band from with their latest album, and and I was very surprised to see this here. Fucking trust, man. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, I've just started getting into this band. It's fucking cool that you do this in here. But I don't know what it's just like a. I think it's Ordilium. It's just a split. I can't tell if it's a split or whatever or a combination. Maybe it's like two EPs thrown into one. I think I'm leaning more on that. I think it's two EPs in a shrink wrap and brand new. Holy shit, dude. All right. So not to keep you guys here any longer. So I got one more in the stack. And what do we got here? So also in the shrink. Look at this thing, man. Put out by Blood and Crescent. Yeah, Blood and Crescent. Total running time, 37 minutes, 51 seconds. We're looking at a 40-minute album called Night of the Blood by Fellwinter. Crescent catalog number 3. So this is an early, I guess, catalog number for this label, Blood and Crescent. So I don't know if Fellwinter sounds very damn familiar too. I might have stumbled across it at one point. Shit, dude. All right, you stumped me, Tyler. You stumped me, man. Night of the Blood, Fellwinter. It definitely looks black metal. Obviously, this is black metal as shit, man. This is black metal as fuck, man. But I can't say anything about it. I have no idea. Is this a newer project? This guy's has got to be a new project. I don't recall any of this. Yeah, so I'll stop stumbling and fuck, man. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you and see if this is in my wheelhouse. I mean, so far I would say it is, man. Just looking at that, this is something I would pick up if I see it in a record store. I'm like, fuck, man, that Fellwinter thing is coming home with me, coming to Papa. So yeah, so trying to keep this not too long, unlike my usual dreadful fashion. So thank you so much, Tyler. So I got to do the thing. Tell you guys, check out his channel, subscribe. He definitely deserves more subscriber. I think with getting more subs in there, it'll kind of motivate him to start pumping out more content. You know what I mean? Just got to get that motivation there. But it's just a cool guy to definitely hang around and keep on top of what he's doing in the community. So if you subscribe, I'm sure you'll get some updates. As far as his happenings and going ons. You can see him on the Future Ruins channel with Jimmy. He does appearances. He definitely was involved in the top black metal of 2023, or just top albums. So definitely had some good picks. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more streams with him. And so Tyler, thank you so much, man, for the CDs and everything. I think everybody needs to know about your band. If you have other bands that you've been involved with, definitely leave it in the comments, man. Let people know about what's going on, where they can find your stuff, because this is some serious talent, man. And I'm not fucking exaggerating about this. I'm not definitely being hyperbolic about it. This really is some good shit. So, oh, that's not the front. This is the front. All right. So I'll leave it at that. I'll catch you all later. Definitely keep it dreadful. And I'll be back with another video very, very soon. So for sure.